I just kind of wanted to talk real quick about the fact that when people are playing this game, a lot of times they'll do combos like, I don't know, let's say this, right? And right there, you know, you see 3194. And the specific thing I want you to pay attention to is that I used standing C twice, basically. But let's say I changed it up, and now it's 3278. This time, you know, the only difference was I used standing heavy twice, and I got only 31. And you would think, you know, heavy does more damage than medium, right? As you can clearly see. But even if I use a light, for instance, it's even using a light instead of the heavy, I'm doing more damage. I'm hitting the 3200 mark. And that looks cool, right? Like 3373. Instead of trying to do, let me do it again. Alright, yeah, so 3377, I use this and that. So 3377, right? But if I just do this, I took out the second double heavy thing, and I went way over. I think this is the side switcher, right? So you see that side switch combo, it's really useful actually. Like you just put them in the corner now, and you obviously can continue with meter or something. There's only 3346 versus, whoops. Let me use the median. So 3374, more than the 46. And I took out the second jumping heavy. So, like, just taking that out, I'm doing more damage than that. And it's one of the things that I kind of didn't like at first when I was playing this game. Like, just doing less damage for getting more hits. Even though it's like a heavy move like that. This is something very different compared to the old Melty Blood, where, like in that game, the more you use a heavy, the better, right? Pretty much. Like if you had a choice between a medium or a heavy, you should always, and they will both hit, you would always use the heavy. I think that's 3680 too far. And that does less damage. So sometimes adding a button doesn't. That combo got weaker because I used a medium here, and I use a medium right there again. So that's another case where using two mediums is worse than just omitting, whoops, just not using the medium at all right there. Oops, as long as you can connect it. I'm late. There we go. So yeah, better if you don't use it. But now if I could connect the crouching medium. So now you see I added a crouching medium instead of a standing medium, I got more damage. And as you can see, standing medium 480, crouching 420. So you would think you should use the standing again, but no. This game purposely scales things that way. Say I was gonna play someone else. Yeah, let's go Miyako. Let's say I was Miyako suddenly, right? And like something I see a lot of people do is like this combo, kind of. And then, you know, I'm just gonna end it like that, right? 3110. Looks pretty good. But changing, oops, am I really missing that? There we go. Changing it to a crouching medium, I just added another 70 damage, right? And like it just seems like people are missing that point when they're doing their combos a lot of times. And it's, hold on, let's say that, right? It's 3723. I could do more, but I ended it there. And the point was, I used a light here. And, you know, I just switched up the order a little. I don't know, Like, I'll see people use mediums, and then they'll do less damage because of that. It's like, you already used the medium button. And you also do way less damage if you use the auto combo part instead of just immediately launching. Like, doing this is weaker than doing that in terms of combos. Like, out the gate, you know, you see you're doing more damage with 1, 2, 3. But right there, 24 versus 23. So, you know, short and sweet. Knowledge is power.